huge Tesla stock buying opportunity. Is Tesla stock ready to bounce back and soar again? Okay guys, so welcome back to the channel. So here we are with another heavily trending stock in Tesla. So I haven't talked a lot about Tesla lately. Last time I posted a video was about when they posted their latest earnings report. And like I said guys, earnings are pretty solid for Tesla. And we have a lot of new news updates, including some really interesting news. I'm going to give you guys kind of two pro Tesla stock long-term kind of news, and I'm going to give you some bearish Tesla news. So I'm going to give you some bullish news and some bearish news, guys. Before I get into the video, guys, I want to remind you to grab your 2 free stocks over at Webull by going to investortrip.com/Webull, and also grabbing your free Bitcoin, guys, by going to investortrip.com/Coinbase, guys. Those are my 2 favorite apps right now. I'm using Webull to trade stocks and buy Dogecoin, and I'm using Coinbase to buy crypto. So let's get right into it, guys. We have a lot of interesting news. So, one of the biggest news stories that came about yesterday, there was actually 2 major stories, okay, guys? So the most popular one was what everyone was talking about in the short seller, Michael Burry, guys. So Michael Burry of The Big Short. So this was some movie that was released a few years ago about this guy named Michael Burry who made billions of dollars basically during the 2008-2009 financial crisis. So it says here, Michael Burry of The Big Short reveals a $530 million bet against Tesla. So Michael Burry is long puts against 800,100 shares of Tesla, or $54 million by the end of the first quarter. Burry is one of the first investors to call it profit from subprime mortgage crisis. He previously mentioned a tweet that Tesla's reliance on regulatory credits to generate profits also impediment to the company's long-term prospects. So it says here, famed investor Michael Burry on Monday revealed a regulatory filing. He filed a short position against Tesla worth $500 million, guys. So this was as of March 31st. He owned 8,001 put contracts, but we don't really know the exact strike prices and things like that. So basically, he bet against Tesla stock, and Tesla stock has sold off. But as you can see here, we're right back at this bottom here. So we're going to take a look at the actual chart. So I'm going to explain that a little bit more. Basically, he talked about how he thinks that Tesla's reliance on regulatory credits is a really negative bearish sign. And like I said, guys, without Tesla's regulatory credits, Tesla would not be generating a profit. Also, there's been a lot of controversy about Tesla lately. There's been a lot of negative news surrounding the whole Dogecoin thing and Bitcoin and the issues in China. And I believe that there was an accident where, according to Elon Musk, a Tesla driver did not have autopilot activated. He didn't have autopilot installed or activated, and he was killed. So it's just like, man, when it rains it pours, right? We've just seen an avalanche of negative news lately, and this has sent Tesla all the way down to one of these low points, guys. So here is the interesting thing about Tesla. For me, Tesla is a stock that you definitely want to hold long run, right? It's basically, for this group of millennials, you guys are in your teens and early 20s. This is basically your Apple. So when I was growing up, obviously, I was in high school and everyone was using these smartphones and the iPods and things like that. That was the big tech company that I grew up with. So for a lot of you younger guys, where you see Apple is this great, huge company now, it's like the biggest company in the world now. Things didn't always start out like that. So I believe Tesla is like in a similar position that Apple was 15 years ago, right? 10, 15 years ago. So now we have an opportunity now where no one wants Tesla, right? We have all this negative news surrounding, there's a big short position out, issues in China, declining sales in China, problems with the autopilot. Elon Musk is on SNL and he's accepting Bitcoin. He's not accepting Bitcoin. So there's a lot of people right now and a lot of negative news surrounding Tesla. But long term, what we're looking at with Tesla is we're looking at 3 factors. We're looking at revenue, earnings, and growth. And as you saw in the previous video I posted on Tesla, be sure to check out that. You just head over to my channel page and check out. You search for the ticker symbol TLSLA, TSLA, and you'll see some of these videos. Nothing has changed long term about Tesla. I'm going to show you guys some interesting charts here. Okay, so, obviously there's so much negative news surrounding Tesla, but let's actually look at some fundamental numbers. Look at this revenue chart, okay? Tesla has, obviously they've been crushing deliveries. We all know that. You guys check out the link in the description below. I actually track Tesla's deliveries every quarter, so if you guys want to look at them all the way back until 2012. But look at these numbers, guys. Look at these revenue numbers. Trailing 12 months revenue continues to increase. Quarterly revenue continues to increase. As you can see here, annual revenue in 2020 was up 28%. Before that, 14%. And before the year before that, it was up 82%. So fundamentally, the underlying revenue of Tesla continues to grow. So now let's take a look at some other numbers. Okay, so now let's take a look at some interesting numbers here. So here we have trailing 12 months net income, guys. So if we take a look here, up until a period there, basically, right before the pandemic, Tesla was basically negative net income for all of these years. So right here, it's been over a year of positive income. And the positive income over the last trailing months keeps trending up. And Tesla has been in positive net income for the last 7 quarters. So obviously, yes, they've used regulatory credits and a little bit of Bitcoin sales. But you can't deny that Tesla is no longer losing money. Every quarter for the last 7 quarters, they're making more money, and they're not using stock offerings and all this stuff. They had a few stock offerings here and there, but they're not depending on it. They literally were dealing with losses. If you can see here, annual losses were just absurd for the entire growth stage, and then finally in 2020 they turned a profit. So the fundamental thing is that revenue continues to soar, as I showed you, and the company's finally turning a profit. So I don't really care that Tesla's selling, regulatory credits. Every other EV company is losing money. Tesla is the only EV company that is figuring out a way through regulatory credits and selling Bitcoin to turn a profit. Every other EV company that we've covered on this channel is either losing money or not making any money. So at least Tesla is being creative in turning a profit in an industry that is so young. EV growth is terrible in the United States, especially. It's better in Europe, but in America, I think number of EVs sold grew like 4%, last year. So Americans are still hesitant to switch to these electric vehicles, and the fact that Tesla is doing whatever they can do to generate a profit where all their other competitors are losing money, just burning through cash, I think that's important. And finally, let's talk about that second piece of news that I mentioned, and this one just floored me. So check this out. It says famed artificial intelligence-based ETF loaded up on 1.4 million shares of Tesla on the dip. So there's this ETF fund that's run by AI guys. It's based out of South Korea. It's called the Craft AI Enhanced Fund, ticker symbol AMOM. They just bought 1.4 billion shares of Tesla on the dip. So this fund has done really, really well. They actually ended up selling Tesla back in February, earlier this year, during the EV booms. As you can see here, the fund had previously sold its entire Tesla holdings before the start of February this year, when the electric vehicle maker shares were near their all-time high of 900. So according to this AI fund, right, so this is not done by like human emotions and stuff like this. This is done by an algorithm and artificial intelligence. This fund that sold Tesla at 900, which probably would have been a pretty good idea to do because, obviously no one thought that it would fall this low. Now they're buying back in again. And we can see this pretty much evident where, back here, this was a great time to sell Tesla, and now the RSI is near 30 again. So, all signals to me say that Tesla is a buy right now. There could be a potential short squeeze, because if Tesla stock recovers, short sellers will have to liquidate their shares, and all the revenue numbers and net income numbers for Tesla are just improving. So I'm not selling any of my Tesla stock. This is a good buying opportunity. So like I said, guys, I'm not a professional investment advisor. Be sure to do your own due diligence, but I think right now is an excellent, wonderful opportunity to buy Tesla stock, and I'm going to be loading up on some shares this week. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like the channel, please smash the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up on this video. It really helps out the channel. So be sure to check out the links in the description below, guys. Grab your free Bitcoin. You guys can follow me on Twitter as well to check out some of my latest trades. That's it. Until next time, guys. Take care.